Alright, let's do an update on Cardano. So, wow, we're really heading down pretty fast. In the past few videos, I've outlined that we need to hold this $1. The second that we broke below $1, I said, I think that we're going to do something like this, come back, backtest it and fall off the table. And ever since then we've been on an absolute run to the downside. So if we take a price tool, you can see currently we're down almost 12.5%, and from the wick down here we basically moved down 20%. So a pretty steep drop in what we've had in the past few days. So what I said in the previous video is that I think we're going to come all the way down here to this red box at 76, at which point we would be back testing the 786. And I said I'm not predicting that we're going to hold it, or I'm not predicting that we're going to lose it. I am saying that I do predict this price target to come in between 76 and 70, at which point if we do have a bounce, so be it. We'll need to evaluate what's going on in the market down here. If we do have a bounce, a very strong one, I could see us coming up to this previous resistance, or maybe coming up to this this $1 again before getting rejected. So all in all, if we do zoom in, we basically retested it. We had a big pump today, or no, we had a big pump yesterday, sorry, and we basically came right up to $1, like 99 cents here, and we fell off the table since then. So we've now back tested the breakdown level. If we come down to the weekly, you can see we've had a weekly close below $1 and a big push down. So what to look for now? If we do come over to the daily, you can see Heikin-Ashi candles, super red, just heading down. If we do come over to the weekly, similarly Heikin-Ashi candles are just in a huge red downtrend. Doesn't look like it's going to stop anytime soon, to be fair. I mean, the money flow has been fairly flat for a while, so no money is really coming into the market. RSI has been dumping really hard. So if we come over to the monthly, similarly, we've just got so much selling volume coming in. If we do look at the RSI as well and the money flow indicator, in the macro perspective, it does seem very oversold and it is coming down. So like I said, something like this to 70 is kind of like a bullish prediction if we do bounce on there. Like I said, we will need to evaluate what happens when we do get down to this big box down here between 70 and 76. But I'm not necessarily sure that we will hold it, simply because the money flow is so overextended, the RSI is so overextended. On the weekly and the daily, it is not too extended, and in fact the MFI is so oversold. I would not be surprised if we did something like this, back tested the $1, came back down, and probably fell through here, at which point, so I mean, this is kind of a prediction if my life had to depend on it. Like I said, I would be waiting until we do come down to this 70 to 76 region, at which point we can have a better evaluation on the market. If we do have a strong bounce, lots of volume starts coming in, lots of money starts flowing in, RSI turns up strongly, we can talk about a brief pump potentially back to the $1. But yeah, I mean, in the short term, I don't see anywhere else for ADA to bounce. I mean, there's no fibs that I can draw. The fib from the high to the low here is done. We've broken through the bottom of it, so we can forget about that for now. So yeah, that's really all I see for ADA in the USD pair. If I do show you the total crypto market cap, you can see that we are dumping very heavily. We back tested this this resistance that we've been in for a while. We are below the 618 Fibonacci at the 1.84 trillion. So I mean, all in all, it's just not really looking too good for the crypto market cap. Bitcoin as well looks like it's setting up for a retest of this resistance now. Maybe a rejection, but don't be surprised if we do have a quick retest of here before falling off the table. If we come over to ADA, if the market does move up for a few days, we could definitely see a retest of the $1. So in the next week, in the next 2 weeks, maybe however long it takes, if we do come up 15%. Don't like throw yourself out of bed to buy some ADA. In my opinion, I would need to see a weekly close and a strong push above $1 for me to, you know, even personally talk about being macro bullish, micro bullish. But in the micro term, like I said, if we do bounce off the 70.76, then, you know, we can talk about a very brief pump, maybe a long for a day or so. But, you know, like I said, if we come over to the Bitcoin dominance, we are above the 200-day. Volume is coming in steadily. The money flow indicator is heading up. So, you know, people are exiting their altcoin positions. People are, you know, exiting Bitcoin as well, but people are exiting altcoins a lot faster. So while we are above the 200-day, I'm staying 1,000,001 miles away from altcoins. I'm personally just sitting on the side with a big bag of Bitcoin, hoping to accumulate a lot of these alts at cheaper prices. So, you know, just to kind of wrap it up in a neat bow, until we do see a nice bottoming signal, potentially something like this would be really nice. An inverse head and shoulders where we've come back to the $1 twice, come to the, you know, 70 bottom, had some strong volume. This is the kind of signal that I'd be looking for, you know, for me to be interested in getting into the market. Until we do something like that, then, you know, in my opinion, I am just sitting on the sidelines waiting for lower prices. So that's all I see for ADA today. Once again, none of this is financial advice. This is just my opinion on the market, and you've always got to do what's best for you. Peace.